Welcome to Phoenix Uprising. I'm your host, Candice Paroli.
And I'm Jenna Zalkowitz.
Each week, we're bringing you real, unfiltered conversations about beauty, wellness, business, and the messy, magical process of rising from life's challenges. Think of this podcast like having coffee
Or a gummy.
with your girlfriends, the kind of friends who keep it real, give you solid advice, and cheer you on when you're ready to reinvent yourself.
That's us, two women who have walked through fire, rebuilt from the ground up, and are here to share the tools, insights, and stories to help you do the same.
Whether you're an entrepreneur, a beauty lover, a wellness seeker, or simply someone craving inspiration and transformation, this podcast is for you.
Join us every week for bold, soulful, and empowering conversations that will help you rise higher, personally, professionally, and spiritually.
Hello, welcome back to Phoenix Uprising. We are your hosts. I'm Candice Paroli.
And I'm Jenna Zalkowitz.
And today we are discussing our ayahuasca retreat that we just came back from.
We've been back for less than a week.
Yeah.
From Colorado, and it was my third ayahuasca ceremony. It was Candice's first.
It was.
And our first together.
Yeah.
So.
First of many.
Yeah. So it started off very exciting because Candice had double foot surgery a month ago.
Yes. So I am 1 month out as of yesterday. And I was able to travel. My doctor gave me the green light. We had a nice man wheel me around the airport in a wheelchair.
Yeah. She couldn't walk, but very slowly, and pain. There was pain if there was too much walking. And she had to wear slides, couldn't wear shoes.
Yeah, which I'm still wearing them today. Sorry if you can see that.
So that was pretty funny.
Yeah. But I mean, they're comfortable. So they're not very fashionable, but they're comfortable.
So she's a badass. She was on a plane on a trip to do ayahuasca 3 weeks after double foot surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do anything you put your mind to.
Yeah. That's true.
And I literally had my mind set.
Oh, honestly, that was so cool. Like that you weren't scared. People were scared to do ayahuasca as its own thing.
Right.
You were like, no, I'm going to do it 3 weeks after double foot surgery.
Yeah.
So that's hardcore.
So, yeah, I mean, I basically had a mental talk with my body and said, this is what we're going to do. And I was really diligent with the ice, the red light therapy, the compression wraps, the peptides. Yeah. And so I was consistent about everything every hour. I mean, I wasn't taking peptides every hour. But all of the other things, yes, and elevating.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, you did great. And you had some pain here and there, but you did great. And
right.
It worked out.
Yeah. I'm happy.
Yeah, we'll get into it, but how that affected you during the ceremony too, but
right.
Yeah. No, you did great. All right, are you ready to get into it?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So first, how did you prepare before the ceremony?
That's a great question. So I had many opportunities throughout the years to go on an ayahuasca retreat with friends, and I never felt called to the medicine. I was never scared. I just never felt like it was the right time. And when you presented me with the opportunity, at this point in my life, I have been through so much trauma. I've gone through so much therapy. I've done traditional healing and new age or old age healing, however you want to label it. And it just felt like the right time. And so I did feel deeply called to the medicine this time.
So what did you do the weeks leading up to it, though? Because there was preparation.
Yeah. That's a really interesting question. So I feel like found my confidence, and I started establishing boundaries and cutting out a lot of negativity, toxicity from people that were in my life, whether it be family, friends, even like business dealings. I really just stayed around my kids and you. I did a lot of inner reflection, a lot of meditation, journaling. And then we were watching a lot of documentaries too about the medicine. Mm-hmm. And so, Jenna and I both have a deep found love and respect for the medicine and the ritual. This is a very ancient medicine, a very ancient ritual. This isn't something new and posh that you should try to do.
Yeah, this isn't like you're off doing drugs and, ooh, it's going to be so fun.
No.
It's not that at all. It's a very sacred ceremony, and yeah, it's...
This is work for you, too. I mean, this is not, this is not a vacation.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's going to be... There's going to be some agony involved in this. It's going to be really intense. It's going to be beautiful. It's all these things.
And it's different for everyone. And you're not going to have the same experience twice. I just want to make sure everyone knows that.
And there is a dieta to follow. So now that this is my third one, I'm very familiar with like what my body needs. I ate very strict the first time around. You're supposed to cut out aged cheese and pork and anything with vinegar and all kinds of things. I was not at all as strict with the diet this time. No, you
didn't do that.
I know. I cut out alcohol, weed, and pork. That was it. And you just know your body, and I didn't need to go any stricter than that. Did you really go any stricter than that?
Oh, I didn't have any of those things. And then I was really careful what I was eating that week leading up to the trip.
I did cut out dairy that week.
Yeah. I tried to eat lighter. Like, I wasn't having, like, saucy meals. Mm-hmm. But, like, this girl, I mean, like, leading up to it, like, going out to the facility, she's eating, like, some heavy stuff. And I'm like, oh, my God, are you not afraid you're going to, like, crap your pants? But no, like, it doesn't, the medicine doesn't affect her in that way. And like I said, everybody's different. I was eating lighter.
Mm-hmm, okay.
Yeah.
I was not. But yeah, I know my body very well, and I knew what I needed. But yeah, with the first time around, you should follow it. You don't know what your body's going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you also should not be consuming, like, documentaries about serial killers or
no, I don't
true
do that
crime
anyway.
Or scary movies. Like, that's a part of that dieta too. So we didn't do any of that.
No. I mean, we were already, thanks to the surgery, we were, like, deep in our wellness journey, like, for those 3 weeks. So yeah. we were on the right path.
Yeah. So did you feel Grandmother Aya before you even went to the ceremony?
I did. So, yes, I had an experience on mushrooms, and I had never had an experience like this before. And it was very fun and, like, euphoric when it first started. And then I was literally, it was like I was being taken to every room in my life of, like, the traumatic experience and who caused that. And then at the end of that experience, whichever room I was in, I would be shown clarity on that situation. And so I think it was like 9 experiences that I had been shown. And then at the end of it, when I was coming out of, like, that heaviness, I could literally hear, they call ayahuasca grandma too. I could literally hear grandmother saying, I need you to remember why you are here. And you could put it down. You don't have to carry this anymore. And I could see my kids. I could see my grandmother who passed away. And then I started to see, like, my new beginning of what I'm supposed to do next. And, like, that obviously involves things with Jenna too. So
not to overcomplicate, but yeah, so we did do mushrooms a week before we did ayahuasca.
Yeah.
And this is where this happened. So we did this intentionally to try to bring up some of these darker traumas and darker themes to kind of get it out of the way, because we both wanted the ayahuasca to kind of show us our new path, individually, and then, like, business things we're working on. And so, yeah, we we did do that. So grandmother came to you before you even got into the space, a week before, which is pretty cool.
Right. And I think it's important to note that we took a superhero dose of psilocybin.
We did. I know the person that grew them, and when it was a very good mushrooms, and we took a lot of them.
Yeah.
And you can't be scared of these things. I mean, it was intense, but it was exactly what we needed, what we asked for. And that's like the shadow work that you do. You got to go through these hard things to get on the other side of it. But it went exactly as we planned.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't know that it was going to be, that we were going to be shown those things on that trip. Mm-hmm. I don't regret it. And like I said to Jenna multiple times, I'm so glad that, that intense situation happened in my living room rather than at the ceremony. But even if it would have happened at the ceremony, I was in good hands. I was in a safe space. There are, shamans and facilitators there to take care of me. Plus Jenna was right next to me.
And we did run this by the shaman first, and she said it was okay. Yeah,
we weren't just like,
you're not just
we're the rebels.
We're not just doing drugs. It's not that at all. It's all very intentional.
Yeah, and it's not a drug. It's plant medicine anyway. So
exactly, this stuff grows from the earth. We're not.
So yeah, that's actually just to go into that a little bit. There's a lot of misconceptions about plant medicine. So. Okay, here's how I'm going to explain this for our listeners. Let's say you battle depression, anxiety, you've had trauma, I don't know, things from childhood, divorce, whatever it may be. You talk to, your therapist or your doctor, they write you a pill for said problem. But here's the thing, like, that's just going to Band-Aid it. Yeah. And I've tried all that, by the way. So like, I don't want anyone to like think like I'm just doing all this stuff willy-nilly. Like, no, I am like such a researcher, and I want to know it. Like, I want to have a PhD in the subject by the time that I'm done. We're not doing drugs.
No.
Like, I'm doing something that comes from the earth that has been used for centuries to help heal people. And I have been through horrific trauma in my life, things that my own children have witnessed, and that like messes me up too. So I was only getting so far by talking to a therapist, and I wasn't going to take an antidepressant. I'm not depressed, I just had deep rooted trauma, and last year it was affecting me. Like, when I would go into buildings, like let's say a mall or a restaurant, the first thing I would do was look and see where are all the hidden cameras at, because I had somebody illegally filming me that I found out about multiple times. And so that really messed me up. And, I had somebody put air tags in my suitcase and my car and my purse before multiple times. So when you've been in a stalking situation, that is like a different level of trauma. It gives you severe trust issues.
Mm-hmm. When your safety is compromised, it messes up your whole...
Well, my nervous system was shot.
Yeah.
And I didn't want this to affect me as a mother. I didn't want this to affect how I was parenting my kids. And they deserve the best me I can possibly give them. Not somebody that is terrified and stressed out and fighting for their life and is in constant survival mode. Mm-hmm. So, not that I need to justify to anybody why I did this, but this has brought me so much peace and clarity in my life. I'm just immensely grateful. I will be grateful forever for it. And I'm so grateful for our shamans. Mm-hmm. And I have so much respect and appreciation for the medicine and the ritual.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I had explained to you what this room is like where we're going to be having this experience at. I explained what the shamans were like, and then you had you had one call with the shamans. Mm-hmm. They almost like interview you, because you have to be ready to do this. You can't be on an SSRI, you can't be on certain medications, and they just have to feel you out and make sure you're ready for this experience. So you did meet them via FaceTime.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we actually got there in Colorado, got to the room, like, how did you feel being in the same room as the shamans? How was the energy of the room?
So I love our shamans. I love them so much. I feel like they're our mom and dad.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, talking to them, you just have this deep sense of calm that rushes over you. Our male shaman is just this big, jolly, fun, hippie Buddha.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way I can describe him. I call him, just to Jenna, Jerry Garcia.
I call him Santa Claus.
Yeah, Jenna calls him Santa Claus. He's amazing. He is so gifted. And then our female shaman is literally an earth angel.
Yes, literally.
She is so gifted, so peaceful, so genuine. And she is a true healer through and through. I mean, they both are, and they both have their unique gifts, but they're fun. They're lighthearted. And he can be a little goofy too, which is really great. Like, it's not so serious and rigid, which we both really like that. And you've already had a more rigid experience with a previous retreat.
Yeah, but when you need them and when it's serious, it's very serious, and they're there for you.
They'll be serious.
Yeah. I mean, the female shaman has changed my life. I mean, she's hands down changed my life.
And we have respect for them. Like I said, like they're our family now. So no, we're not going to say their name on here. And it's it's our job, and we take it very seriously to protect them as well.
Yeah. Were you nervous
to go?
To go when you got there? Did you feel nerves?
No. I mean, obviously it helped that you were there with me, but I was so ready. I don't want to use the word excited. I'm like, I just kept saying to Jenna, like those last 2 weeks leading up to it, I'm like, I'm ready. Like, I'm just so ready. And whatever I need to be shown, whether it was something heavy and dark, maybe something about myself, it's just, that's where I'm at in my life right now. Like, whatever I need to do so that I can be the best version of myself to optimize my life, like, I want that.
Yeah, I did it with only 2 months in between. I did it October, again into December.
Talk about a badass.
And that might sound crazy to certain people, but I'm very big on listening to my body and my intuition, and I knew I was ready again. And I knew that I needed this second experience to be so close. Well,
I mean, when you think about it, if you are a shaman, a priestess, or a facilitator, and you're hosting these retreats, I don't know, monthly, or let's say like every couple of weeks, you're drinking the medicine that often.
Shamans are doing it often, yes.
So, I mean, you're not crazy.
Yeah, no.
know when...
Oh, I know
you're not going to do it.
I know people, they hear that are like, what? Like, someone actually said to me, what's wrong with you that you had to do it again so soon?
Well, that's really rude and judgmental.
Yeah, people do not understand, and I understand that, and that's okay. It doesn't bother me, but just to explain it to people, it's just, that's not how it works. This is a medicine. It's and it's
a unique experience. It's not like taking a gummy. It's not like getting high. It's not like, it is different from being on mushrooms too, and we'll get into that more.
It definitely is. It's a very unique experience. Okay, so when the ceremony starts and you have the first cup of ayahuasca in your hand, how did you feel?
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And how did it taste?
It was, well, at the beginning it was fine, and I did eat the ginger, the like little piece of ginger chews, with it. And then, I was okay.
You're okay.
Do you want me to get into how soon did it start?
Yeah, let's talk about this, because it was very different for the two of us. So let me start with why it was different for you, and then you explain more.
Okay.
So Candice definitely has a lot of psychic gifts, and she is very receptive to people's energy. She cannot turn it off. she can feel the energy of people around her. Now, especially in this small healing space where there's 20 of us in the room and 16 of us are going through or taking this medicine to go through something, dealing with things, she can feel everyone's pain. So the experience was very different for her. So this is why the medicine affected her differently, especially in the beginning, because she's very, very gifted. And so tell me how the first and second cup like felt for you.
So the first cup, I didn't start to like really feel it, I would say, for maybe like 45 minutes. Because they keep it very dark in there. It's just like a bunch of candles everywhere. And then we have like our little beds on the ground. And so once I laid down and then, you're listening to the music, I started getting into it. When I got up and sat up, because it was time for to take the second cup, I got super dizzy, and that's when I threw up. And then I went to the bathroom to throw up. I didn't throw up in my little bucket. I think I was like still like, I'm not throwing up in front of people.
You're supposed to, but
yeah. Whatever. I made it across that room somehow. Then I came back and I literally like laid on my bed. Like I kind of fell on it on my stomach. Then I sat up and I looked at you and I was like, oh, fuck. And I just grabbed the bucket and then I puked. And then 2 minutes later, it was my turn to get up and go drink again. And then I was okay, but the girl next to me, well, I'll pause if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, so my experience was very different. I'm able to shut everything out when I do ayahuasca, and I'm able to have a very solo journey. So I don't throw up. I've drank 18 times now. I've yet to throw up. But I don't know why. But right away I started having a journey. And the first cup was subtle though. But I started getting into it, seeing parts of my life, and I went right into it. So that happens for me very quickly. Like we're talking 5 to 10 minutes.
My God.
I'm in it. Yeah.
No, it wasn't like that at all.
So we started off with very different.
Because remember when you like sat up, I was like, nothing happened.
And I was like, really? Because a lot happened for me.
It was very subtle at first. And then let me just continue on what Jenna explained about me. So I can tell what Jenna's going through, and she's next to me on my left. And then the girl on my right was having a lot of heaviness that she was trying to go through. And she was crying very hard. And so then I drank my second cup, and things were getting 10 times worse for her, and she was hyperventilating. And I turned next to her, and I grabbed her hands, and I started doing Reiki with her and breath work. And then the shaman came over, the priestess, and she said, I know that this is too much for you and you can't settle into your journey, so let's go in the back room. So then I go, there's like another private room, and I was
like by myself,
all by myself back there going through my journey. But then when I came back out, like I was happy to be back out with everyone.
But you did feel it when you were by yourself back there?
Yes. But so the way that the medicine affects me, and this was both nights, I can easily come in and out of it just like the shamans do, which that was freaking me out, because at first I'm like, is there something wrong with me? Because I wasn't drinking like a teensy amount. I was either drinking half or a full cup. And so, I was having little bits of experiences the first night.
And it is common if you go there with a friend, someone you're really close with, that you can feel what each other's going through. And even when Candice was in the back room by herself, I could feel when she started to have her journey. It came into my journey, and I was like, oh, she's there now. I could feel that, which was very interesting. I've never experienced that before.
Yeah. But then, the night got more interesting.
Yeah, we'll just keep going.
Yeah. So, when it was time to drink the third cup, I was back out with everybody. I didn't throw up, but I went back to, like, lay down next to Jenna. And they asked me if I would like to have shamanic healing for some of the trauma that I had gone through. And I said, yeah. So they decided that I need to have shamanic healing for a previous relationship that I was in, because there was a lot of trauma there. And it left me, very fearful. And so we did that. And, you're basically up on the altar with the shaman and the priestess, the facilitators. Jenna came up, and some of the other guests that were there as well for support, which is, you feel really loved and supported when they come up. And they did this deep shamanic healing over this fear and this pain that I've been carrying around now for the past several years.
It's very intense.
Yeah.
And you did great, by the way, because that is not, I did that in October. It is not easy. It is very vulnerable. You're in the middle of this room. Everyone can hear what you're saying. Everyone can look at you. And it is an incredibly courageous thing to do.
Yeah.
And we'll get into it, but you did it twice. So, I mean, that was really amazing that you were able to do that.
Thank you.
Especially on your first time,
Yeah, I mean, because you're going through some of the moments of where, those painful experiences. They can actually see it too, because they're gifted. And then they're literally pulling it out of you and giving you the tools that you need to always have the confidence in yourself and to protect yourself, like literally.
That expression, the only way out is through. You have to go through it.
Yeah.
You have to relive it. You have to be in the uncomfortable to get on the other side. And like you were saying, medication is just a Band-Aid.
Right.
This is not a Band-Aid. This is actually healing it and actually moving through it.
Well, they knew just by working with me where that pain was stored in my body. And so, like, if you guys have ever heard of the book, The Body Keeps Score, and there's lots of other literature out there about this, and it was all sort of like my lower left side. And when they were like working in that area, they're not hurting you or anything. They're like, it's like little like touches. That's it.
They're working energetically.
But you can feel inside of you that pain stirring and like the absolute release when they're working on you.
Yeah, you feel lighter. And I experienced that. Yeah, it's actually held in the fascia, and it's a real thing. They're releasing it, and then you can feel it. You can feel that it lifts. It's an amazing feeling.
I mean, it was worth it. And if they think I need more when I go back there, I'm going to get up there and do it again.
And it was so interesting when I was sitting there with Candice, I could feel her pain. It was such a weird...
Sorry.
No, it's okay. But it was such a wild experience. I could actually feel what she was going through. It was so intense. And then at the end of it, it was just so like... You were so like happy that people were there with you and you felt so loved. And it was... And then it was just... Did you feel exhausted afterwards?
Not with that one, but the other one.
Okay. So, like, was that first night, what was the biggest thing you felt maybe a release of?
Oh my gosh, yeah. It was like somebody... I've never felt more seen in my life. And, it was like carrying around like this heavy weight on my back. And somebody finally like took it off of me, because to be living in fear like that is just so debilitating. And I kept my kids sheltered from it as long as I could, and that's why I'm gonna go back and say I did this so that I could be the best version of me, so that I could be the best mother I could be. And I didn't want to... My kids shouldn't be responsible for the pain and trauma that I have gone through.
Yeah. So that first day, the first night, what was the most beautiful part of the journey for you?
The first night? Well, I really liked that they asked us ladies to help set up the altar. and like the flower arrangements.
Yeah, we were like a part of it. That was cool.
Right. I mean, there's multiple things like having this experience with you, because like I'm not gonna ever say, but I can see, but you know, I can see and feel everything that Jenna is going through when she's on her journey. Being able to help the women that I had to help was, well, the first night especially.
And let me explain, that's not how it's really supposed to go. The shamans, the facilitators are supposed to do that. You're supposed to be on your own journey. But as I was explaining, like, Candice has these gifts. And
we didn't have any female facilitators the first night.
Yeah,
it was
which is
all
odd.
men.
Mm-hmm. So you just stepped into what was natural to you, which was really beautiful.
Yeah, she was really suffering. So
The shaman wanted Candice to have her own experience, though, not deal with that. But it comes natural to you. You couldn't turn that off.
yeah, and everybody was very grateful. So
Yeah.
that's just what I was supposed to do at that time.
Okay, so let's go into the second day then. So you've had this whole experience. We went back to our friend's house and showered, napped. I don't think you were able to nap.
No.
I napped. I also ate a lot of food again. We ate, and then it's kind of like it's time to go again. You know? So what were you thinking, like, going back into it? What were you feeling?
Well, the next day I was like, okay, I better have my journey. Like, I came all the way out here. I had this surgery. Like, I want to have my journey now.
Yeah, so you did have, things did happen. You had the healing, but you didn't get to go deep into the medicine.
Right. So what I want to tell you guys, like, one night is not enough, especially if you have like a huge release the first night. This is what I'd like everybody to keep in mind. If you released something that first night, that means now you have space to call in whatever you want and need. Like, go back for the second one. And if you're doing like 3 nights, that's even better. Because that's what had happened. Like, I released some stuff and now I'm going to call in something good and positive.
Yeah, you made space.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't realize everything we're walking around with, holding on to, closed off to, and this cracks you open, and it makes that space for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got back the second night, and it's the same thing. These are long nights, you know, and so and it's going all through the night. So we got back, I don't know, 5:00 the next day, and we're ready to do it all again.
Yeah. So just so you guys know, the ceremony, like, you don't drink the medicine immediately. There are some rituals that we have to do, you know, paying respects to like the elements of the earth, and we do it's not called a fire pit. Or is it?
I don't know what they call it, but you release things and you call in intentions.
Yeah, so we do that
fire.
both nights.
Yeah.
And like, you know, you can say, I release unworthiness and I'm calling in self-confidence, you know, whatever it is. And you don't have to say what you're deeply wanting to accomplish, but everybody participates.
But it's a safe space, and you can use it as you want. Yeah.
And you will have a lot more confidence the second night.
Yeah.
Because I did.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so we drink the second night. How did it go for you? The first cup, the second cup?
First cup was, again, super subtle, and I was getting frustrated because I'm not, like, going there. And the girl that was next to me the first night didn't come back. So no one was on my right, but Jenna was still on my left. Then the second cup, before it was time to drink it, our priestess comes over to me and she was like, I know that this is going to be a lot for you because we were doing the Kundalini awakening for the second cup. And she's like, you're going to feel everybody in this room and it's going to be intense and you won't be able to settle into your journey. So I want you to go in the back room. And I was like, can Jenna come? And she's like, no, it's just you.
Yeah,
I'm
like, no, you have to go alone.
Okay. I'm so happy that I went back there. So I could not only like settle in, get into my journey. I was seeing the snakes like rise up through my body. I could feel everything. I'm having my visuals. I could see everything Jenna was going through. And then
another friend of ours, you could see her.
She was up there like dancing and shaking because they play like really cool tribal music. I mean, this is like live, like drumming and all of that.
It's really cool. But it's very loud.
Very loud, and it's
your whole body.
They're like chanting too. I mean, I would have loved to have seen it. Next time I'm going to be out there. Yeah. But then, so I'm going through it. I'm having my Kundalini awakening. I puke right after that. Then I settle back in. Then about 5-10 minutes later, all of the lights flick on in the back room that I'm at, and I all of a sudden I hear, "Oh my God, I'm so fucking cold. They're crazy out there. I'm so cold. I'm sorry. I need to keep the light on." Now, keep in mind, I'm high as hell at this point, and I'm like, "Oh my God, please turn the light off. I will help you, but you have to turn the light off." And so it's this really sweet woman from...
So she was in the front room with everyone, with me, with everyone else, and she couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
And she didn't know anyone was back there, and she escapes back to this room that Candice is in.
So she settles in next to me, and she finally turns the light off, thank God. I don't even know how I was able to articulate my words coming out of something that profound. And then she's hyperventilating, she's dry heaving, and I start doing Reiki on her, and I'm like, "Give me your hand." And then I was massaging her hand, like the pressure points to relieve the nausea. So this went on for a good 45 minutes, and she finally calms down and sits up and says, "Oh my God, Candice, thank you so much. I'm having more healing back here with you than I was out there. I love you. You're my angel." I'm like, "Okay, thank you." Then the priestess comes over and she's like, "It's time for the third cup."
So I have to interject. This is so uncommon that Candice was able to do this. This is completely next level. This shows that Candice has what the shamans have. She is that no normal person would be able to do this. You are so high on this medicine. You are so in a different dimension. The fact that she could come out of it and actually help this other woman is truly incredible.
I mean, I drank a full cup for that dose. Mm-hmm. So I'm like...
Because trust me, I was going through it in the other room and I was on another planet.
Yeah.
I don't know how you were able to do that. How you were able to switch gears and help her like that. It's incredible.
So... when I came back out, this is where it gets really cool, I think anyway. I come back out and Jenna is talking to the male shaman. And then, I chime in. I'm talking with him too. And then we go and lay on our beds for a little bit until it's time to go up for the third cup. And I'm laying there next to her talking. And I can see going across her face like the sacred geometry and then like the text codes.
Is it almost like hieroglyphics?
Sort of. So maybe we can bring up the Alex Gray photo. Okay. So there are text codes that go across the goddess Sophia around a halo. And I just want to let everybody know that I did not know about this painting beforehand. I didn't know about the artist Alex Gray, who is incredibly talented and alive today. And I'm seeing this like in little strips going across Jenna's face as I'm laying there talking to her. And she's trying to tell me something and I'm not listening. I'm like, "Oh my gosh." I was like, "I can see like the sacred geometry on your face right now and like these text codes." And she goes, "Really? That's so cool."
That's exactly what I said. Wow.
Yeah. And then it was time to go up and drink the third cup. You didn't drink the third time.
Yeah, and this is rare for me. I drink every cup, but I had such an amazing, epic first and second night that I didn't have any need for it. I was still so high, and I was like, "Oh, I actually don't need it." And the shaman's calling for me, and I'm like, "No, I'm good, actually. Thank you. No, thank you."
Yeah, she told me something really wild that she saw with me.
Oh, yeah. My journey was incredible. It was the best experience I've ever had on ayahuasca. But I told you all about yourself. I saw future things together.
You saw Luca and Gino.
I did. I saw her boys.
Those are my kids. How sweet is that?
Yeah. I saw, like, the journey of our business ventures and where we're going with that. And I saw, like, I saw your gifts, and I saw, like, the direction you're taking with that. But I saw a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into at the end of this, a little bit about my direction. So I drank the third cup. I only drank half for the third cup, the night 2. And so that's like the last cup. And they wanted to do the shamanic healing on me again. And this time it was for childhood things. And that was actually more intense for me than the first night. So the priestess lays down next to me and, like, holds my hand.
Well, this is called a soul retrieval.
Yeah.
That's what you did. Yeah.
And so everybody's, well, not everybody, but, like, both of the shamans, the facilitators, Jenna, and some of our other friends in the room are all up at the altar with me. I'm laying on the ground, like, on a blanket and a pillow, just so you guys know. And the priestess lays down next to me, and she has to hold my hand. And then she goes somewhere. And my eyes are closed. Her eyes are closed. And I just feel her jump like this. And she wakes up, and she's saying things that happened to me at, like, age 3 and 4. Things that, like, no one would know, you know, or even, like, I may have forgotten about. And then she went back down and then came out of it again at age 16. And so this was really heavy for me. I mean, I was crying through pretty much all of it. But at the end, it was just this immense relief. And I felt like this deep, deep love for myself that I had never felt before. And I felt so much love and support in the room. Like, I could literally feel it. And that is what wiped me out. Like, I went back to that bed and just, like, crashed. But the male shaman, was trying to talk to me about some things and, like, loving myself, protecting myself, soothing my inner child. And I couldn't, like, look up at him. And then he was asking me a question, and I looked up and I said, "I'm sorry, I'm just so high right now." And everyone starts to laugh at me.
Yeah, the whole purpose of this is you've lost pieces of yourself along the way. So we're going back to that little girl of, like, what happened, what happened to her for this, you know, this pain to stem from that, and what happened at age 16, and you're collecting these pieces and you're making yourself whole again.
Yeah. So something about, like, you know, childhood, there is medical scientific proof that the baby knows things from the time that they're in the womb. And so, you know, different situations, for example, if a baby was not wanted, or there was a chaotic situation that they were born into, they know that, and they come into this world feeling that pain.
It's imprinted on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, something that we didn't ask for.
But that was a wild experience because I was, you know, I'm very, very heavily feeling the medicine. I'm very heavily connected to you. And I know, there's a mixture of, I know things about you, but also I had been told things about you during my experience. And when this was all happening, everything the shaman said, I immediately understood why before they understood it. And I could, again, feel everything you were going through. And it all made perfect sense to me because it was actually in line with what I had seen the previous cups in the previous day. I had already seen these things about you, and it was just like a part of the journey. It was wild feeling that connected.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that, I'm so happy I did that. I'm so happy I did both of them because I feel like just this new, peaceful, higher version now.
Yeah, exactly. So what did you feel the next morning? Because that can be tricky. So the ceremony ends at like 10 or 11 a.m. the next day. You go home, you shower, you eat, and then like the next morning when you wake up, like what did you feel?
I wanted more. No, I didn't want to keep going. Like I wanted to go to sleep, but I could have used a third night. I guess because that's like, I'm so messed up. I don't know.
It's just so fucked up.
I think because I just thought I was going to have, I don't know, a bit more euphoria, or I really wanted to connect with my grandmother, and I didn't, but that's okay because I know she's always with me. I was feeling a little bit frustrated and confused that morning when we left.
Mm-hmm.
But when we got back, and it was just like you and I said, the downloads and the clarity started pouring in.
Mm-hmm.
Because you go through this reintegration process, and we're still integrating right now. I mean, like, if we're not together, like, we're constantly like sending each other these voice notes, like, oh my gosh, like this just came in.
Mm-hmm.
Or how we're handling situations now.
Yeah.
Like, let's say with family or friends or business issues, we're dealing with them in a much different, peaceful way. Not that we were, like, I don't know, aggressive individuals. Yeah. It's just, we're very unbothered now.
Yes, very unattached to outcome.
Yeah.
Which is incredible.
We're practicing discernment like we're masters.
Mm-hmm. I feel a new level of peace I've never felt before in my life. And this is my third ceremony, and it felt like a third chapter. And the biggest thing I took away from it is I have this peace and stillness and clarity in my brain that I've never had before in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I have such ADHD, such OCD. Like, I always have these, like, scattered thoughts, and, like, I feel so still. Mm-hmm. And it's an amazing thing. And I think you had some of that, too.
I'm sleeping a lot better. Like, I'm sleeping so soundly. And, I mean, I've always been, like, a joyful person, but I'm waking up peacefully happy. Mm-hmm. And, like, I still have, like, problems that I deal with in my life, just like anybody else. But I think I am dealing with them now in a very unbothered mindset.
Yeah. I have this complete trust that everything is happening for my greatest good. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not sweating anything.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine. Everything's going to be great. It's, like, I've had this feeling, as I've been healing, but never to this magnitude. And it's really awesome.
Well, your gifts can't come to you if your nervous system is out of whack. Mm-hmm. Your clarity can't come to you if you're in constant fight or flight. And if you're wanting help and resolution from a higher power, from the universe, you have to practice grounding and gratitude. And, because believe me, I'm still dealing with things like today, like right now, when I find myself like almost getting wrapped up in that, I pause and then I just think of like, okay, what do I have control over right now? How I react to things. I have my own home, I have my own car, I have my own business, I can provide food for my kids and myself. I start like just going through this list, and that's really what helps center me right away. So yeah, I would think all that.
So when are you ready to drink again?
Well, after the new year. Today's what, the 21st? Today is the solstice.
Yeah, is it the 21st?
Wait, is today the 20th? Yeah, because tomorrow's the 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah, today is Yule. It's the winter solstice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I would say after the new year, but I don't want to do a 1 day. I want to do a 2 day. So our shamans that we work with, they offer 1 day and 2 day, but I had a FaceTime with our priestess, and they're going to start having women only retreats, and I'm down for that. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
But yeah, it's nothing you rush into. We have a lot to reintegrate. Mm-hmm. We have we're still going through our experience. But yeah, I think we both feel now like, we will continue doing this until we obviously are told not to anymore, because
we're going to be old lady shamans.
Yeah. doing ayahuasca.
No, really.
Yeah,
we are.
For real. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we both love it. And when you're in this space with other people that have done it and understand it, like, you see the healing it has brought to all these people. Mm-hmm. And it's just such a beautiful thing.
Well, that's another thing. Like, I love the friends that we have made so much. I mean, you know, you're only with them for what, 2 nights, but you just create this amazing connection and love and gratitude towards these people that you get close with.
Yeah, there's a deep connection that you've shared this experience with people. Yeah, it's incredible.
I mean, we're already bonded. This is just like next level.
Yeah, exactly.
We communicate through our eyes now. We just blink. You're lying.
Yeah, so that was our ayahuasca, Candice's first ayahuasca experience, my third.
Right.
And our first together.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 experience, 11 out of 10 experience.
I would recommend it to those who are on their healing journey, doing the shadow work. Please don't do this without doing shadow work.
Yeah.
You're a fool, because if you think you're going to go there and get high and see like unicorns and stars and rainbows, no. Grandma is going to show you what you need to be shown.
Punch you in your face.
Yeah.
And show you what you need to be shown. And we'll talk about all this a lot more, because this is a deep subject for us to go into.
Yeah, we'll keep going with the Aya.
Yeah. But if you have any questions about it or you're interested about it, we love to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With respect to our shamans and priestess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this has definitely given me the confidence to launch a lot of the things that I had been working on behind the scenes. You know, some of you may know that I'm already certified in biohacking and naturopath wellness, Reiki, breath work, human design. And so I'm moving my business in that direction, and I'm going to be offering more wellness, I guess you could say. And Jenna and I are going to start having not ayahuasca ceremonies here in Pittsburgh where we live.
Maybe eventually, but not now.
Yeah, a lot for women. You know, we'll start with like new moon, full moon, and different circles like that.
Yeah, we're excited about everything.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's big things coming in 2026.
Yeah. All thanks to ayahuasca.
Yes. Thank you.
Well, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you so much. Keep on rising. We appreciate you.
See you next time.